Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing the next 6 stages of the Fanhome release and build E.T. the Extraterrestrial. So as you can see, I've got E.T. up here, this massive inner frame and a pot of grease. I'm going to need that because we are going to be making the other leg motor, I believe this is. That's actually what we're doing for the first 4 stages. When I do this, the first 4 stages are all going to be in one go. Then the other 2 stages, we're going back to the main stand again. So I don't think there's much to do today. I think this is actually going to be quite a quick build. So I thought, while we're on the sci-fi film, I'm going to give you an update of another sci-fi film that I'm building at the moment, which I haven't really put on the channel, and I have been giving updates on social media, and that's all to do with Maximilian, the robot from the black hole. So here he is at the moment, and you can see he is a beast. But he is almost ready to go, believe it or not. Now, the head section is going to be lit up. These are all by a 3D printed files by Ian Hughes. You can find him on Patreon under Sci-Fi Props. That's going to be lit up, and I am going to be having whirring blades or propellers at the front. So everything else is pretty much together. It just needs cleanup, which is all down here. All of that you're looking at there is the legs. So that's all legs. And then basically I've only got the arms to do. But that is how he's looking. Colour-wise, I've got the primers and the main colours here. And that's what I'm going to be using. So the high coat primers. And then I've got, where's the other one? I've lost my other one. There it is. This is a Ford Rosso Red. That's the colour I'm going to be doing him. But I'm pretty happy of how that's going at the moment. But that's going to complement Vincent in the retro room. Now, I thought rather than do a video of me building Maximilian and stuff like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him prime painted, built pretty much all to go. The only thing I'm going to do a video is the electrics. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing the electrics to light up the head and also to make the blades wiggle. Look at this, jazz hands. Anyway, we're going to be doing E.T. today. Now, if you do want to get E.T., you will have to check it's available in your territory. I have put a link in the video description, and there's also that QR code on the screen. But the first 4 stages in one go to start off with. Without further ado, let's get cracking. So let's show you these first 4 stages because you might be wondering why I'm bundling them all together. And as you can see, the first one, we've got 3 cogs and pins, which we're going to be putting into the box that I just showed you earlier on. And that's all we're doing. So that's why I'm bundling that with the second one there. So bringing over issue 58, looking like this, what we're doing then is we're going to be putting the motor and the worm gear into place, just like that. Hence why I've got my grease, because we're really going to need to cake this in grease, and that's all we're doing in that stage. I love the stills from E.T. here. And then in stage 59, this is how he's looking. We're going to be putting the other side of the case on with this part that goes on the outside there. That's all we're doing in that. And then you've probably guessed what we're going to be doing in stage 60. We're going to be mounting this to that internal frame structure, as you can see there. It's going on like that. So we'll have one each side. So that's those 4 stages. Let's do these now. Now, all of these gears in here. Hello, where's my blade gone? I've lost my blade. Okay, let's use my other scalpel instead. It's one of those days today. Now, I have zoomed up my top camera just a little bit more here, because what I'm going to do is this little collar we put on in the last stage, I'm just going to take that off now. Now, I am going to be putting all of these gears into place, and to do that means I need to put the pins in. So one there, one here, and one here. And then I'm going to get a cotton bud and my grease. People do ask me about this grease and nylon gears and stuff like that. I've been using this stuff for years, ever since the X-Wing, I think. And I've never had a problem with it. So it's going to be fine, trust me. So there we go, that's that in there. And every gear that I put in now is going to be going down this way round. So put that one on first and make sure it engages to that bottom gear, just like that. and then rotate it round. And just continue doing that for the other two. So, as you can see, I have fully caked that into place and it works absolutely fine. So that was that stage. Put that to one side, and in stage 58, we've got the worm gear and motor. With this, what I do is I get the motor, I'm going to put the end in a little bit of oil. The reason for that is so that when I get this worm gear on, it's going to go on a lot smoother. Now we want this end to go on first, so it's going to go on like this, and it's going to be hard. So what you want to do is put it on and then push it like that. With the oil on, make short work of that, as you can see. This is then going to go into here, and we need to make sure it's engaged. And I want the wires here to be coming out the gap there, so when this goes in, this is how that's going to look there. Once again, can never have too much grease. I'm caking that in grease there. Check it's engaged, and that's all there is to do in that stage. In stage 59, we're going to be closing that up, which means we're going to be putting that collar back on there. So, bring this over, and that's exactly what I'm going to do first, is put this collar on, like that. Then I'm going to piece this together by putting this over the top, and then ensuring that the wires are out there like that. Use these black screws. We need 6 of them to hold this into place. So I'll turn that over, and they go in the sides here. The last 2 just go in these sections just at the end here. That's perfect. And then all we've got to do is we're going to be putting this over the top here. It has got a hexagonal pattern for that to fit into. And then I've got a flathead screw. Bit of oil, because we are going into metal there, to screw that to that center spindle there. So then moving on to the last stage of this 4, I've got stage 60 here. And we are now going to attach this again to that inner skeleton. And what I'm going to want to do is put this motor onto this bracket like this. So this is actually going to go in this way, on there, held in from the other side with 5 of these black screws. And you can see on the top camera, they're going to go into those positions there. So I'll get all these screws in. You will notice as I put this last screw in here, we've got 4 screws left. Even though these are going into plastic, I have still been putting these on oil because they are really hard to get in. And then if I just bring over what we've done here, you see how this is on this side here? Do exactly the same on the other side. So have it this way round. This is going to go on just like this. I'm going to pass the wire just out the side there. And then 4 screws to hold that in. Very hard to get in. That's why I'm using oil again, but I'll put all 4 of these in place. And there you go. So with both of those in place, that's all there is to do in those 4 stages. So in stage 61, here's the magazine. Looking like this. And we're going to be creating a speaker box here, putting a speaker in. This is going to provide the sound by the look of it. Then we're going to be attaching this to that middle the middle section, the top of the legs, if you like, on top of the base there. So that's going to go in like that. This is the rest of the magazine. Cool. So stage 61, very big bag again. Let's get all this stuff out, and I'll get everything open as well. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to want to put the speaker just into this section here. And I've got the cable going off at sort of like, by the look of it, 7 o'clock, I'd say. So if I'm putting it in like that, to me, the cable's going off in this direction here. I'm going to be putting this ring in then, which is going to hold that into place, which goes on that way, so it fits flat over these lugs. We do want to make sure I can get this There, we're not trapping the wires under it. There you go. So that's fitting nice and flat in there, like that. As a matter of fact, looking at that, the speaker little terminals there is 9 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. Learn to read the time, Wayne. Okay, we got 2 lots of black screws, long ones and short ones. It's the short ones that I want. And I need 4 of these to hold that speaker brace into place. That is in. That looks good. I'm going to bring over this bottom base section now, looking just like that. Now they still have this lead here to one side, but what I am going to be doing is putting this into place. It's actually going to go onto the top just there, so it's sitting flat, and it will eventually be held in with some screws, but we're going to be putting the top section in now, and I want to make sure this speaker cable's coming out of the notch that you can see just there, so I don't want to pinch this. So when I'm happy with that, which I am, I'm going to screw this in with these very long screws here. And there's one for each corner. So I'll get all of these in. This is the last one just going in here. And with this in, that's all there is to do in that stage. So the very last stage of this pack is stage 62. Here's the magazine. And as you can see, we've got the control board. And we've got this little part here and a wire. We're going to be putting that behind the control board here. This, I don't know what this is actually. What's this section here? Does it tell me? It just says reflector. Okay, mounting this to the heart, if you like, of ET. Is it good that where the heart should be, we've got the control board? Very clever. And that's all we're going to be doing in that stage. Perfect. Now, just looking at this control board, that looks to be a light. Is that a light there? I'm wondering if it is. It's the chest LEDs. This is going to make his heart illuminate. God, it's clever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is then I'm going to be putting this on top of that, so the light is in the centre there, screwing that in from the back. Now it's got the same screws here, so I can't get confused what screws to use, but I'll get all 4 of these screws into place. That's good. Unravel this lead here. And I want to plug one end of this lead into this position just here, making sure it's the right way round. Excellent. And I'm going to be mounting this to this section here. You can see we've got this tilted area. I want the lead to be going downwards, so this is going to go on just like that. Once again, it's held in with 4 screws. What you want to do is when you put these screws in here, let the screw do all the work. Don't push down on it. Let the screw pull the bottom up, because the platform it's on is on sort of like a pivot. There's a danger you could break it. So what I'm doing is putting the screw in till it bites, and then I'm not putting any pressure on. I'm just letting the screw, as you can see, pull the bottom up. But with this last screw going in, that's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in this pack. So if I bring this back over here, this will give you an idea of how this is going to go. We've got the 2 motors on there now. We've got this center light here. We've put the speaker in as well. That's the speaker wire. So certainly coming along. And then I'm guessing ET, is there a way to mount his head? I'm guessing his head will eventually mount on something here. And that will give you an idea how big he actually is. That's looking all right, isn't it? You know what? That's probably going to be the thumbnail. Let's do that. Oh wow, I'm enjoying this. Anyway, I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.